Hi, and welcome to Love Doing Yoga on this Monday evening. Hope you had a lovely weekend. Looking forward to a nice week ahead. Our theme today is balance. So we just have a couple of balances. So it's not a lot of balance poses. It's really more about getting that balance between our bodies and our breath, our bodies and our mind, and just generally finding balance. So, as always, throughout the practice, listen to your body and only do what feels right for you today. Let us begin today lying down. Making yourself comfortable on your mat. Closing your eyes. Softening out all the muscles in your legs, in your body and arms, in your face and jaw. Releasing yourself into the mat. Letting go of everything that's going on in your life. Letting go of your roles and responsibilities. Letting go of any labels you have on yourself. Just bring yourself to your mat. And connect with that inner voice. And as you inhale, let that inner voice say to you, soft. Every inhale, soft. And as you pause after your inhale, let that inner voice say, steady, soft, steady, soft, steady. And as you exhale, let that inner voice say, slow, soft, steady, slow, soft, steady, slow. Keeping that conversation with your breath for a few more breaths, really connecting with the words, with your breath. Two more breaths here. And then when you're ready, bending your knees. Hug those knees into your chest. Take a little movement here. And throughout the practice, if your mind wanders away from your practice, or if that voice in your head starts to say anything that's not positive, just bring it back to those 3 words: soft, steady, slow. And then coming to stillness here with the feet flexed, let's just circle those feet. First in one direction and then take it in the opposite direction. And then coming to stillness, let the hands go down by your side. And let's begin to cycle with the legs. Keeping that cycling going for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hugging those knees into the chest again. Back to the breath. Inhaling soft, pausing, steady, exhaling, slow. And letting the feet come down onto your mat. Cross your right leg over your left. If you can double cross them, do. And from here, let's just roll over onto your left side, putting your right palm on top of your left. And then drawing that right arm all the way over to the floor on the other side. Adjust your upper body. Try to keep this right knee connected to the mat or the floor if you can. If you want, you can of course put your hand on it to just hold it there, help to keep it there. And again, going to your breath. Let's take 3 breaths here, repeating that mantra. And then unravel the legs here. Coming back to the center, let's just take that to the other side. So left leg comes over right. And come over onto your right side. Having that left knee against the floor if you can. So you're fully on your side. And then draw the left arm all the way across. Adjust your upper body. If it helps, let your right hand rest on your left leg to encourage that knee towards the ground. And again, repeating soft, steady, slow as you breathe. unraveling the legs once more, coming back to the center, bringing the arms down by your side. And let's lift up the right leg, crossing it over the left leg, and lift that left leg up, all the way up. So the sole of the foot is looking at the ceiling. And you can hold on to the back of your thigh here if you like, softening the shoulders. And once again, repeating those 3 words. One more breath here. And then keeping the leg as it is, release the hand, draw that right knee over so it's on top of the left knee. So literally one on top of the other. And then see, can you hold on to the outside edge of that right foot with your left hand? If you can, great. If you can't, you can hold on to your shin. So do whatever works for you. And then we're going to bend this left leg and see, can you hold on to the outside of that left foot with your right hand? Again, you can always hold on to the 2 shins if you want. Try as much as possible to keep one knee on top of the other. And once again, reverting to your breath, using that soft, steady, slow conversation in your head. One more breath here. Then releasing the feet, hug those knees into the chest, maybe point and flex the feet. And then let those feet come down onto the mat. Let's take it on the other side. So crossing that left leg over your right, raise the right leg up, sole of the foot looking at the ceiling, holding on to the back of your thigh. And as you repeat those words to yourself, soft, just allow any points of tension in your body to soften, steady, and slow, exhaling your breath into the stretch. And then releasing the back of the thigh, letting that left leg travel on across so it's over the right knee, holding on to the outside edge of that left foot if that's available to you, or onto your shin, and holding on to the outside of that right foot. And then again, reverting to your breath and your mantra. And when you're ready, release the feet once again, hugging those knees into the chest, flexing and pointing the feet. And then let those feet come down onto the mat, rolling over onto your side, coming up to sit. And let's take that same position in a seated position. So we're crossing. I've always found it easier to get into it from a tabletop. So let's start in tabletop. You might want to have your block handy. Bring your right knee into the center and then draw it back so it's directly in front of your left knee. Let the feet come out to the side and then come and sit back. And you can always put a block here to sit on if you like. But we want to try and have one knee over the other and the feet out to the side. Sitting up nice and tall here, feeling the length in your spine. See if you can have a connection with your right seat bone and the mat. So you tend to be slightly lopsided over to the left in this pose. So just see if you can balance it. It's a great pose for lengthening the spine and really helping it to align. And then taking the right hand, put it between your shoulder blades, and with the left hand, pointing it up to it. Or if they can connect, let them connect. If that's not available to you, you might just want to use your left hand on your right elbow to encourage the stretch to deepen. And once you've established yourself in that pose, once again, let's revert to our mantra. Releasing the hands, releasing the legs. With your hands behind you, just let those knees flop from side to side. And then let's swing back around to tabletop and take it on the other side. So this time we want the left leg in front. So draw that left knee into the center and then back. So it's directly in front of the right knee. Move the feet out to the side and sit back down. Let those feet come out so they're in a nice straight line with each other. And again, trying to connect this seat bone with the mat, if you can. Sitting up tall, very aware of your spine. And then bringing that left hand between your shoulder blades, either helping with your right hand to stretch it a little deeper, or if your hands can connect, let them connect or point to each other. And again, let's take 3 nice breaths here. Releasing the hands when you're ready, releasing the legs again, just letting those knees go from side to side to free them out after the pose. And from here, turning those toes outwards, feet out to the edge of the mat. And let's take it into a squat. So again, working with your body. You don't have to be down this low. You can be in any variation you want, whatever is right for you today. Lengthening the spine, elbows against the knees, palms together. And then from here, coming down to sit with your legs open nice and long. Toes pointing upwards, hands either side of the hips, sitting up tall. Lengthen through the spine, equal weight on both seat bones. And let's take it into a forward fold here. So again, bend the knees as much as you need to as you make your way down into your fold. Once again, reverting to your breath. Your inner voice repeating those 3 words through your breath. Your whole body in balance. Your breath, your body, your mind working together. As you exhale, nice and slow, deepen the fold. And then when you're ready, making your way back up to sit, swinging around here into tabletop once again. Let's step the feet up, bringing those toes together, heels a little bit apart, sitting the seat down, knees behind the toes, and raise the arms up into a chair pose. Soft, steady, slow. Soft, steady, slow. And let's bring those palms together and take a little twist to the left, trying to stack the shoulders on top of each other. So you're almost looking up towards the ceiling. And then coming back to the center, hands down, lengthening through the legs into a forward fold. And again, Bending the knees, letting the seat come down, bringing the palms together, taking your twist to the right this time. Again, trying to stack those shoulders on top of each other, so deepening the twist. Back to the center, and once again rising up into your chair. And coming all the way up to stand at the top of your mat. And let's just take those feet now to hip width apart. Standing up nice and tall, raising those arms up over the head, palms together, raise the gaze. Still having that conversation with your breath. Let's sweep the arms out to the side, forward fold. Coming to halfway lift, lengthen the spine, establish the pose, and then take a breath. Forward fold again. Let's step that right leg back. Low lunge. And through into your plank, setting yourself up with your hands and your feet, and then draw those shoulders over the wrists. And bringing yourself down onto your mat, either through your knees, feet, chest and belly, or lower yourself straight down. Keeping those elbows by your side, pointing backwards, drawing the forehead and chest away from the mat. And pushing on up here. Slowly making your way into your downward dog. So pedaling with those legs as you make your way into it. And when you're ready, coming to stillness, pushing those hips back. That exhale, slowly deepening yourself into the pose. And then raising the right leg up, stepping it through for your low lunge. And framing the foot, let's step it up into a forward fold. And bending the knees, coming all the way up, palms together, raising the gaze. And sweeping the arms out, forward fold. Halfway lift. And forward fold again. Stepping that left leg back for your low lunge. And through to your plank. And making your way down, whichever way works for you today. And then let's lift up into our back bend. Pushing up here through your tabletop into your downward dog. Stretching that left leg out behind you. Let's step it through. Low lunge. And step it up to your forward fold. Bending the knees. Coming all the way up. Palms together, bring them down to the chest. And hinging at the hips, coming back into a forward fold once again. And let's step it back to a downward dog. And from here, we'll make it into a dolphin pose. So a different dynamic. We're going to come down onto our forearms. So your heels will probably come up off the mat. That's okay. It's a little bit more of a stretch in the legs. One more breath here. And come down onto the knees, pushing back into a child's pose. Sticking with that mantra. Soft, steady, slow. One more breath here. And then coming up to tabletop, and let's step it up to the top of the mat. Good. From here, shifting the weight into the right foot, turn that left foot to the side at a right angle. And lifting that left foot up onto your calf or your thigh, whichever you prefer, but let's keep this knee at a good right angle. Establish your pose. Find a gaze point, soften the gaze, and go back once again to your mantra with your breath. And let's release that left foot down. Hopefully you found that because your breath is so balanced, because you've been working in such good balance with your body and your breath and your mind, that you found that tree pose just a little easier than normal. Let's turn that right foot now at a right angle, and again lifting it up onto your calf or your thigh, whichever you want to do today. Establish your tree pose. And turning inward, saying those 3 words to yourself in harmony with your breath. And when you're ready, releasing that right foot down. Good, and from here, bringing the hands onto the hips, we're going to step this left leg back, stepping it back so the heels are in line with each other, bending this right knee so it's over the ankle, arms in a T, soften the shoulders, gaze to the front. Warrior 2. One more breath here. Bending this right arm, let's raise the left arm up past the ear for a nice side angle pose. And then letting that right hand point down to the mat, left hand point up to the ceiling. If you like, you can straighten out that front leg for your triangle pose. Or any variation of this pose that works for you. So this may be enough for you. Whichever works. And then let's come all the way up, turning the feet to the long side of the mat. Legs about 3 hip widths apart. Hinging at the hip, folding forward here. Let the hands come to the backs of the calves.
One more breath here. And bend the knees. Coming up to stand. Let's turn to the back of the mat. So the left foot is now in front. Turn that right foot inwards, slightly bending this left knee so it's directly over the ankle. Arms in your T for your warrior two, looking out over that left hand. And then bending that left elbow, raising the right arm up past the ear, gazing up to the ceiling. And let's take it into our triangle. Right hand points straight up, left hand points down towards the mat. You can straighten that front leg if you like. One more breath. And bringing the body back up. Feet once again pointing forward as we lower down into our forward fold again. This time let the hands come onto the mat and just walk them behind you. And when you're ready, walking those hands back, out, in front, heel toe, the feet to hip width apart. Bend the knees, coming up to stand. Let's take it to the top of the mat. Checking in with the feet, pointing straight in front of you, equal weight on both feet. Standing up nice and tall, drawing those arms up, palms together, raising the gaze. And sweep the arms out to the side, forward fold. Making your way down to tabletop. And then coming to sit, bending those knees. Let's just come back into a half boat. Raise the feet up. Keep the knees bent. And continuing with your mantra. Let the feet come down onto the mat. Hug your shins round the spine. And lowering yourself down onto your back, hugging your knees into your chest. Still repeating those words. As you say soft, just soften the whole body. Steady, slow. Letting the feet come down onto the mat. The legs come out long. The feet flop out to the side, arms by your sides with your palms facing upwards. Softening the shoulder blades into the mat, allowing the body time to recover. And before we go into our final rest, relaxation and meditation, I just want to thank you for joining me in this practice. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you feel that balance between your body, your mind, and your breath. And I hope we see you back on the mat again soon. Now allowing the whole body to release and let go. Letting go your toes and the soles of your feet. Letting go the tops of your feet, your heels and ankles. Letting go your calves and your shins. Letting go the backs of your knees and the fronts of your knees. The backs of your thighs and the fronts of your thighs. Letting go your glutes and pelvis. The whole back of your body and shoulder blades. Front of your body, chest and shoulders. Letting go your armpits, upper arms, elbows, forearms, wrists, the backs of your hands, the palms of your hands and your fingers. Letting go the back of your head, the crown of your head, your forehead, eyebrows, eyes, cheeks, jaw, chin, lips and tongue. The whole of your body, just let it go. And taking some time here for gratitude. Gratitude for all that is good in your life today. And then let your attention go to your breath. Inhaling into your belly, soft. Pausing, steady. Exhaling, slow. repeating your mantra in harmony with your breath for a few minutes.